Okay, welcome back. All right, so let's start talking about East Africa bloc. What's happening there? Well, Africa in general. Specifically at the moment, I am focusing a little bit on East Africa bloc because their payment methods are a little bit different to some other parts of Africa. For those of you who are not in East Africa bloc and feeling frustrated right this second about what I'm saying, please be patient. I'm trying to get a better system in place that will be solid long term and will give us good financial cash flow for both money in and money out. So let's talk about that. We've had a couple of changes that happened in 2016. In fact, 2016 was a bit of a difficult year in that there was a lot of new banking regulations. The EU, Brussels, the central banks and so on all seem to be really focused on making even small payments more difficult. And it's definitely unless unless you're a PayPal or something. So it seems like, and even they have to deal with a lot of regulation. And that's why network marketing companies have so much trouble with them. So let's talk about what is going on. Well, what happened last year? We had to take away pay to card, and the reason we had to do that was because they lost their bank relationship for reasons I'm not clear on. We didn't lose any money with that. It was a wind down, so we were able to keep paying members commissions until the deadline date. So we made sure we were ready for that. And we were waiting for them to come up with a new solution, which we were told would be 8 weeks. Well, 8 weeks went by and it wasn't there, and it turned into another 3 months and it wasn't there. And I just decided that for the time being, we wouldn't be able to do pay to card payments. So let's get on to some positive things. We got East Africa, we have a new payment solution coming that will give us access to M-Pesa for Kenya, Airtel, MTN. That encompasses all of the countries of East Africa bloc. And if I miss your country, I apologize. I'm just doing this from memory. We've got Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Malawi, Tanzania, Congo, and I know I missed somebody. Sorry. Somebody else there that I missed. But that group of countries in the East Africa part of Africa there all have one thing in common, that is they do share a common national ID system as well. So M-Pesa and Airtel and MTN, I think, will be a massive help. It'll be for money in and money out. And this is going to be important because a little bit later, I'm going to be in another video here, I'm going to be talking about a new product we got coming that I think you'll absolutely love, and we're going to marry it and merge it into mobile money payments for you as well. Now, if you're in other parts of Africa, with the exception of South Africa, if we're talking about Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana, all that part of the western side of Africa, your circumstances are a little bit different. We are working to bring those similar kind of services to West Africa. Now, that's with the exception of Nigeria. Nigeria is in its own circumstance in that Nigerian Federal Reserve, that's not what they call, but the Nigerian Treasury, or the Department of Finance, I think is what they're called, certainly have their own ideas on what they would like and not like to do in their country. Bitcoin is a solution in Nigeria. However, the government there has declared that they don't want people using Bitcoin. They're trying to scare people away from it. On the other side of, in this hand and on this hand, they're saying they're going to come up with their own cryptocurrency. So it kind of tells you a fair bit about, what's really going on there. They're trying to discourage people making credit card payments or any kind of debit card payments. And certainly, I don't know how we'd go with pay to card, but if we reintroduce that. And I am considering reintroducing pay to card, but will definitely have a lot of restrictions. So that's Nigeria. South Africa, we're going to be adding some more Bitcoin features for South Africa. And I have a friend there in South Africa in the Pretoria area who is going to be helping me with that, and we'll be using a banking network down there to facilitate those payments. So all good things and very exciting. It doesn't all happen overnight, unfortunately, but we are getting on it as quickly as we can. All right, I'm going to conclude here with this video, and we'll pick up. If you want to learn anything about the US Eye Care card and the details on that, that'll be in the next video. And I'll do a separate video on the international debit card because that can affect everybody. And I think the Americans, you would want to know this as well. And I'm going to do a video on the new product. Not that I can say too much about it yet, but I want to give you guys kind of an idea of where our head's at and the scope of the power of this new product. It's not financial education, just to get that out. It's probably the complete polar opposite to financial education, quite honestly, but it's incredibly popular in the US with sales in excess of $1 billion a month. So, and it's actually, this particular product is only sold in the US. We have the opportunity to sell it globally. So with probably some exceptions in some countries, but so we're very excited about that. So that'll be in a video as well. So stay with us and jump over to the next video if you want to continue.